Hello students, welcome to our next video. So in this video we will be looking our experiment number 2 of PLC and SCADA subject. Okay, so our aim of the experiment number 2 is to perform delay operations of lamp by using push buttons. Okay, means in this experiment we will be doing a delay operation of a lamp. Okay, we have to delay the operation of the lamp. Okay, so for this purpose we need this apparatus. Like first one is the PLC, the main PLC which will control. Okay, it is of Allen Bradley's company. Then the second one is the imported one is the push button. Okay, so it is need for the operation of the lamp. Then third one is itself is the lamp, and fourth one is the timer through which we are actually going to delay the operation. Okay, now we will look the theory part. Okay, now we will look the theory part. So before proceeding to the main content of our practical, we will look some of the basics of this experiment, like the push buttons. Okay, so push buttons means, what is push buttons? In the previous experiment also we have seen what is push button. So it is divided into three. Okay, the first one is the NO. Okay, we also call them as NO. It is also called as normally open. Okay, it is normally open. Then the second one is the NC. Similarly, normally close. Okay, and the third one is the output. Okay, output. So these are the three push buttons. Okay, push buttons which are going to be used in our experiment. Then the imported one is the timer. Okay, the timer which will provide the delay. Okay, which will provide the delay, required delay. It is also denoted as T-on. Okay, T-on, timer on delay, or T-on delay. We will be looking this in detail. Okay, so this NO, NC or output, these are the three imported parameters which will be using in our ladder programming. Okay, so NO and NC can be connected into series or parallel manner, and output side this output coil is connected. So output can be anything. Okay, like in this experiment we are actually using a lamp as an output. Okay, but that turning on and off of the lamp is delayed by this timer. Okay, and through which through these two contacts. Okay, now we will see the timer diagram. Okay, so this is a timer. So in timer, okay, this is how actually the timer is used in the ladder programming. It has several parameters, like first is the timer. Okay, it denotes the timer T4 file. Timer base is 0.01 and preset is 120. Okay, and the accumulator value is 0. So it has various functions, like accumulator. It actually if the preset is denoted as 120, okay, preset is denoted as 120, then what will accumulator do? Means preset means the value is already set to 120. Let's suppose in times it is seconds. Okay, 120 seconds. Then what will accumulator do? Initially, at the initial position, 0 means accumulator has a 0, nothing. Okay, no value. Then what will accumulator do? Once the timer starts, it will starts counting from 0, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 120. Right? It will not go beyond 120. So accumulator means what it denotes is that when the timer is running, okay, when the timer is running, it is counting from 0 to up to 120. Okay, so it has initial value of 0 and the last value is 120. Okay, then the time base means time base is multiplied with this, then we get the accumulator value. Then it has a timer T4:0 means it has a timer file number, and it has also three imported bits, like EN denotes for enable. Okay, TT denotes for timer timing. and dn denotes for done. Okay, so remember this bit. So what happen is when the timer gets its input, when okay, in ladder programming I will be using this timer. Okay, so I before this timer I'll connect my push buttons, right, NO or NC. Okay, then at that point if the current is flowing up to the timer, then the timer will get its input. Okay, then only the timer gets input. If the previous conditions like NO and NC are true, then only it gets the input. Then what happens when as soon as the timer gets its input, then its enable bit will be true or set. Okay, set. When the timer gets its input, then its enable bit will be on. Then after enable bit is on, then what will happen, the accumulator value will starts to increase from 0, 1, 2, 3 up to what value it will count, it will count up to 120. Okay, when it is counting from 0 to 120, then which of the bit will be set, the TT bit will be set. Okay, so the TT bit will be set. So after TT bit is set, means what will happen, the accumulator value at certain point will reach, accumulator value B will becomes equals to preset value, right? These two value becomes equal. Then what will happen, the timer should stop. Then for that this DN bit will be used. Okay, then if accumulator value is equal or will become greater than the preset value, then the done bit will be set. Okay, so this is the basics of the timers. Now we will look the push buttons. Okay, these two push buttons. Okay, these two push buttons, we will look some of its theory part. Like it has two fundamental uses. Okay, so or we can also call them as a switches, right? It is also called as switches. So there are two fundamental switches. Like the first switch is used for operator input to send instruction to the control circuit. Okay, to send the instruction to the control circuit. Second switch may be installed on the moving part of the machine to provide automatic feedback to the control system. Okay, the second switch is connected to the moving part of the machine to get the feedback. So the push button is the most fundamental switch used commonly. So there are two types, like as I have said, the momentary or maintained. The momentary, okay, the momentary push button switch is activated when the push is pressed. Okay, when the push is pressed, then the momentary push button is activated. To deactivate it is done using internal spring. So it has internal spring also to deactivate it, that push button. The maintained push button is activated when pressed but remains activated when it is released. Okay, means once if I press the button, okay, momentary, I'll write here momentary and maintained. These two push buttons are used. Okay, momentary means once I press the push button, okay, then it will be automatically get deactivated. And the maintained switches, it has internal spring. When it is released, then it will be deactivated. Okay, so this is the momentary and maintained switch. Okay, but widely the contacts are switches are of two types, like as I have said, NO, okay, NO and NC, right? NO and NC, normally open and normally close. So normally open, NO, normally open is closed when the bit value stored at a specific address is equals to 1. Okay, it will be set when it is 1 or it is high, okay, or it is set, then only it will set. When the contact is closed, the ladder rail power flow across the contacts and the result of the logic operation is equals to 1. Otherwise, if the signal state at the specific address is 0, when it has a 0, then what will happen, it will not set. Okay, so this is the NO. Then NC will be it is set when the stored value is equals to 0. Okay, when it is 0, then only it will be run. When it is 1, it will not operate. Then we have output coil. It is a coil, relay logic it is used in relay logic diagram. If there is a power flow to the coil, the bit is address set to the 1. When it gets power, then only it will set, otherwise it will be off. Okay, so this is the basics of these three switches. Okay, then we have a T on timer, as I have said, T on timer. Okay, so to turn on an output and or off after the timer has been set for a preset time interval. Now we will look the procedure part. Okay, so the basics, what we want to do in this experiment is to add some delay in the lamp operation. Okay, so what we are doing is by using a timer, we are actually adding that delay. So the procedure of this experiment is, the first step is to draw a ladder diagramming. Okay, we have to draw a ladder diagramming at a particular software. Okay, with the help of NO, NC and all these switches, right? All these switches we are going to use in our ladder programming. Then there are auxiliary contacts at the input. Okay, there are auxiliary contacts provided at our input. Then output of a lamp is given to the delay timer. Okay, then there will be a timer. Okay, that timer will be given to the means output of the lamp is given to a timer. Okay, so the next step is the output of delay timer interfaces with output by giving lamp contact to PLC connected to PC by RS232 communication. Means we are actually interfacing the timer. Okay, delay timer interfacing means we are actually connecting timer with PLC. We are interfacing them, and we are actually controlling the timer with the help of RS232 communication. Means it is communication method between PLC and PC. Okay, RS232 is used for connecting PLC and my PC. Okay, so for this connection I will require RS232 connection. Then the next one is, as the push button I:0 is pushed, means push button I:0 means, let's suppose I have NO. Okay, NO, but NO is at some location. So what will be its location? It is denoted by its some address. Okay, address. So for that address I'll denote input. Okay, right, it is input : 0/0. So it is if it is written like this, then it is the address of this switch. Okay, or address of this push button. When this push button is pressed, okay, at this address, then lamp Q:0/0 means when I am pressing this NO. Okay, I have drawn this diagram. When I am pressing this NO, then what will happen? The output Q. Okay, my output is here, Q:0/0. Okay, when I am pressing this NO, then my output will glow. Okay, right? So my output is what type of output is I am using? Lamp. So lamp at address Q:0/0. So this is the address of the output, or you can denote Q as a O. Okay, output is denoted by O or Q. It glows when it released. When this push button is released, when I release, okay, when I am actually pressing that button, okay, and I am releasing that button, then only the lamp will glow. Okay, when I am pressing that button and it is releasing, after I will release my hand from that button, then what will happen? Normally the lamp will glow. Okay, so this I:0:0 given as an input to delay timer. Okay, so this I is given as an input to the timer. Right here, I:0/0 is an input, is given as an input. It is given as an input to the timer. Right, it is a timer. Okay, so it is given as an input to the timer. Right, now delay timer, we are using a delay timer, means it will delay the process with some t seconds. It is giving a delay with the t seconds delay. Okay, so who will give? A programmer. If I am a programmer, I will give a t seconds delay. Let's suppose I am giving a 10 seconds delay. Okay, after 10 seconds only my lamp should glow. So this is done with the timer delay. Okay, timer delay, right? If as soon as the input I is on, delay timer starts t second. Okay, when the input is given, the timer timer starts at t seconds, right? Means if I have set the timer to 120 seconds, then what will happen? It will count from 0 up to 120. So the hardware has a timer input. It has input enable bit en, then dn bit, then tt bit also there, tt. As I have said, en stands for enable, dn stands for done, tt stands for the timer timing. Okay, so when I press the button, this button, and I'll release this button, the timer will start. Its enable will be bit will be activated, and the output. Okay, so it has the address of the dn. Oh, sorry, tt. TT's address will be given. So what will happen when as soon as the accumulator is actually counting the timing from 0 up to 120, let's suppose it has 120 preset value, then accumulator will count from 0 to 120. Till that time the timer will be on. If I want to add some delay during the on condition, what will I do? I will do if I set a 10-second delay, right? 10 seconds delay, 1 0. What will the timer do? If I'll press the button, push button, this I'll push the press this button, then after 10 seconds only the output will glow. After 10 seconds only the output will glow, means it is delaying the on operation. Okay, it is actually delaying the on operation. Okay, so this is how actually this ladder diagram and its practical overview is shown. At the end we are using a end. Okay, END. Okay, so this is how actually our practical work. Okay, so you should remember this diagram and also the steps performed during the practical. Okay, now we will now I will conclude this practical that we have performed the delay operation, right? As I have said, I have delayed the operation by 10 seconds. Mean after pressing the push button, after 10 seconds only the button, after 10 seconds only the lamp will glow. Otherwise, it will be in off position. Okay, we have performed this delay operation. Then we also use this push button in the software also. Okay, in software also I have used this type of procedure. Okay, so this is how this experiment number 2 is performed. Okay, so if you have any kind of doubt regarding this practical, you can contact me. So thank you for watching.